Hey everyone, welcome to Illegal Alien Racing. This is the very first ever club race on Dallas Karting Complex's brand new North Track. This is the 100cc both senior and master class race. It's an 8-lap race. I am starting 12th. The track's still pretty slippery. There's a lot of drivers out here. I'm anticipating a big wreck either on turn 1, especially probably turn 2. That definitely led to me being a lot more timid on the start, which you will see here, and we'll let it play out. Green flag's about to drop. So Rick and Wreck got turned around. He got tangled with that driver, and 16 got tangled with them, and I got tangled with 16. So the bad news, I am in dead last place. The good news is there is no cart damage. The cart is good to go. No issues with that. So you could tell there on the start that I was just way too timid and not aggressive enough. In hindsight, pretty mad at myself, but you know, again, I wanted to survive, and I was explaining what I was anticipating, a big wreck. Didn't want to get caught up in it and damage the cart. So we're behind number 16 here. So if you're wondering what senior class and master class is, that's a combination of age. I think you have to be 30 years old or older to be in masters. But you definitely have to be a lot heavier. You plus the cart has to be a lot heavier. And I think for the setup I have, which is a KA100, the minimum weight is 390 pounds, you plus the cart. If you have a VLR 100, I think it's 380, I think. I weigh 386, so I'm 4 pounds away from being in the master's class. Just add on a 5-pound weight and I'm there. The reason I'm driving in seniors is because there's just a lot more drivers in seniors for this race, but I definitely want to move up to masters, probably where I should be. I'm roughly about 30 pounds, give or take, heavier than most of the drivers that I'm racing against, except probably about 2 or 3. So right here I see the move open on 16 in this hairpin. To the right, he's going to go check out an over-under. Got position on him though. Try to hold the spot. I'm a little wide here. He goes, does a good job of going back underneath me and getting his spot back. I'm trying to be patient through here and set myself up for this fastest part of the track. So here, I'm thinking, maybe I'll just hang out behind 16 and let's work together and try to catch up to some of the carts in front of us and try to salvage some spots. You see him slide out right here, gives me a nice run on him. I'm able to make the move right here. He's gonna take a look to the inside. But I did get a good drive off the corner, and I do beat him to the next section and make the move stick. So you can see a couple of other carts in front of us. I'm pretty pissed off at this point, just the way the opening lap was, and I'm definitely driving a lot more aggressive. I'm also getting a lot more comfortable with how the track feels. Again, this is a brand new track. None of us have a lot of time on it. It's a little bit slippery. We're trying to just figure it out as we go. I was able to, which is one really good thing of this weekend, I typically don't mess with my cart as far as setup goes. But the grip was just vastly different than what I'm used to. So I was able to kind of mess with some of the setup to give myself more grip, and did learn a lot from making those changes. So that was really good experience for me. All right, we got this driver right ahead of us. I don't know who this is. This turn right here is the hardest turn for me, turn 3. I'm going to try to set him up on the exit here, going to that same hairpin. Kind of have to check up just a little bit, but I do get next to him. He does let off there, lets me right by. Doesn't really fight me for it too much, which I'll take that. All right, we got a couple of carts in front of us. Hopefully we're not done yet. Flat out through here. This next right-hander, again, for me, it's the scariest turn on the track, because if you'll see here in a second, there's the apex there. There's not much to the left of you if you happen to go off track, except for some barriers and then a fence. You have to be careful through there. All right, that looks like that's Jeff right in front of me. Now Jeff is racing in the seniors class, but Jeff probably could race in masters. So he and I are both probably the same weight in the cart without adding weight, or we're close to it. He's probably a little heavier than I am. Let's see if we can get around him. Decide not to go for it, but I give him a good bump in the back, let him know I'm back here. I'm trying to time a run here on this exit, and you see he slows down way more than I thought. Not able to time the run, still give it a go, just don't have the gearing to accelerate out of the corner like I need to. You can hear kind of how low the engine is. I'm in the wrong gear. Right here, I do get a better drive off of him than him. I'm going to go for it, make the move going into the chicane here. So going back to that gearing, you can just kind of hear the cart really struggling on the slower turns. I was going to experiment and go with a higher gear, but just didn't have one. I have the highest gear on that I do have, but I probably am going to change gears to try to give me a lot more acceleration out of the corners, given that I am a little bit heavier than a lot of the other competitors. All right, 2 laps to go, and there are 2 carts right in front of me battling with each other. Let's see if I can take a spot. Try to set myself up for a better starting spot up in the final race. Almost go off track there, really pushing the cart as hard as I can. We're coming down for 1 to go. The stripe's not painted yet, but the timing loop is right where the guys stand on the left, right there. You can kind of see it cut into the ground. All right, let's see if I can make up some time here. All right, make up some time on this hairpin. Again, not getting a good run out of the corner, so. He drops a wheel off the track, kind of helps me out. Let's see if I can time this exit here to get a good run into the right-hander, which is a hairpin. And maybe we'll time it out there pretty well, get next to him, and move up 1 more spot. Check to the right there, he's not there. So I think we're probably good to go as long as I can survive this turn, which we're good. All right, so not an ideal start to my very first race ever on this track, or everyone's first race ever on this track, but I did survive. The cart is undamaged. It was running pretty well, and I did salvage a few spots. So the final's coming up. I'll upload that one. And as always, thanks so much for watching. I will see you on the next one. Y'all take it easy.